Mutusibye mutya abalungi. Kansuubire ffenna tuli bulungi. Twebaza Katonda olw'ekirabo ky'obulamu ky'atuwadde. Kati leero njagala twogereko ku nsonga nno. Anyway, the pressure to have children. The pressure to have children, abantu bangi ensonga bagitwalidde ddala nno serious kuba omuntu azuukuka n'akugamba so when are you having children or when are you having a child? That statement sounds innocent, but it can cut deep for the person who is listening or the person who has been asked that question. And the pressure gets worse as time goes by. But we need also to understand that there are certain things that are very, very much important when we have to start asking questions that are very insensitive. You know, someone can wake up and ask such a question and expect you to be okay with it. But as you're asking that question, you do not know what is happening in this person's life. You do not know it. So it is important to be very, very careful and also be emotionally intelligent. Be emotionally intelligent on which questions to ask, why you're asking, who you're asking, because you do not know what is happening around that person's life. So as we grow into adults, people keep asking questions. Why are you not married? When are you getting married? When are you giving us a child? When will you give birth? You know, all those things you're asking. I don't think that even if you were asking from the perspective of wishing well, that is how you should be asking them. Because yourself, there are things that you don't have, and these people don't come to ask you why you don't have them. What am I trying to say? That in many cultures, having children is considered natural. It is natural. Like they look at it as natural. But is it natural for most people? Is it okay for most people? What if someone is not yet ready? What if someone can't afford it? What if someone can't have children? What if someone doesn't want to have children? Yes, you know, we may think that it is very okay for everyone to have children, but there are people who don't want to have children. And it is their right. They have their reasons. So the moment you start asking questions that are not for your life, for another person's life, you should be very cautious and also intentional on why you're asking them and all that. So where does this come from? When someone comes to ask you why you're not having children, where are they deriving that question from? They are coming from the background of like, you're not getting any younger, you should have children, a real person should have, children, and it's your duty to have children, everyone else is posting their baby photos, why are you not posting your children, or why are you not having children? But from the perspective of mental health, it has a great impact on people's mental health state. And this pressure can cause anxiety and shame. Omuntu asobola okulaba nti aswala, abeera yeeraliikirira, abeera aswala, abeera yeewala abantu, they try to isolate themselves. Kisobola n'omuleeterako relationship stress, kisobola n'omuleetera okunyolwa ng'eyafiiriddwa, because ono omuntu tomanyi oba mugumba, tomanyi oba agezezzaako okukola buli kintu kyonna ky'asobola okufuna olubuto naye bikyagaanye. Abamu bataddemu nnyo ssente, abalala bagenze for IVF naye era tebafunye kigenda mu maaso, abalala bagenze mu ddagala ly'ekinnansi, abalala bagenze ku lusozi basaba, abalala basiiba. They have tried to do everything, naye olubuto lukyagaanye, oba ye ng'omuntu talwagala anyway. So you cannot just think that you should look at your life from another person's life. Tekiba kirungi. So let's just stop this and know that it is a harmful question to ask. Many people will think it's normal, but it's not. And also, it's not always a choice that someone can't have children. There are people who are battling issues that they don't bring to the media, they don't bring to their relatives, they don't bring to their friends, they don't bring to their workplaces, but they are there. There are women who are experiencing things that even their parents don't know. You know? Omukyala asobola okuba nga alina ekikulukuto nga ye ne bbawe bwe bakimanyi obudde bwe bamaze nakyo. Some people have been breeding every day for the past 2 years or 3, and you're there asking them why they can't have children, and you think it should go well with them. No, it doesn't really have to be like that, because there are so many health complications, financial limits, there's trauma, there is all that, and it comes back to this person who is going to carry that baggage, because you're reminding them of the things they could have lost or they are trying to forget. So choosing to have kids or not is deeply personal. I just want you to know that choosing to have kids or not is deeply personal. It is nothing to do with family or society or in-laws or what. It doesn't make someone more or less of a woman, a man, or a couple, whether they have children or they don't. So what should we say instead? Instead of saying, when are you having children? Why are you not having children? Why are you not this? Can you ask questions like, how are you feeling about the future? Owulira otya ku bulamu bwo obw'omu maaso? Wandyagadde kubeera mu bulamu ki nga ogezaako okwezimba gwe ng'omuntu? Do not put any pressure, just support them. Stop asking, when people will have kids. You start asking how they are doing, normalize the choice, normalize the support. That's what they need from you. They don't need anything else. Because either way, you may not know what is happening in their space, in their life, in their families, in their financial capacities and all of that. So, if, for example, someone asks, I don't want kids, but I feel like I have to justify it. I have seen, people asking me that question. They don't want to have kids, but they want to feel like they can justify it. And someone tells you, I'm struggling with fertility. I smile and say, maybe someday, just to survive the conversation. Why would you put someone to that level where they have to think through life, to lie about life so they can justify what is happening in their life, what is happening with themselves, what is happening with their couples, and all that? It is not good. Let's learn to be emotionally intelligent when we are asking some questions, because some of these questions that we are asking go beyond them. They go beyond the person who is being asked. They are above, at the end of the day, you're not even coming with the child to give them. So it is not good to ask those questions. They have, put these people into depression. They have put these people in losing their self-worth, feeling less of a woman, feeling less of a man, feeling less of a couple. And that has an impact on their mental state. And we don't want that to cross. Why would someone be put on treatment, just because they cannot tolerate, or they have failed to manage through life because of the questions they are being asked about having children, not having children? It is not good. We need to understand that we are all human beings, and our blessings come from God. We cannot do much more than that, because at the end of the day, no matter the effort you put in, I have had people who have gone for IVF and they have not succeeded. They have put a lot of money. They have succumbed, to pain. They have accepted it, because also going for IVF is not easy. It requires, psychological preparation. They require money. They require everything, the support. So if things are not working for them, please, let's normalize asking questions that are in line with observing people's mental health. And so we support them as we're supposed to support them, because they are our friends, they are our in-laws, they are our relatives, they are our colleagues. It's important to support them as opposed to judging them for the things they can't change when it comes to life. Bye bye. Have a lovely day.